Huh? I'm not gonna lie, because I talked to Peyton about it, and then I swear to God, TikTok showed me a video of this lady, and her eyes are like, I mean, it's sad. It's not funny at all, but like, she's like one in a million. But of course, she shows up on my For You page, and her she's blind. I'm like, oh my fucking God. I guess maybe we don't do LASIK. I don't know. I do know that a lot of them are starting to see, because we're just now seeing the results of this, 30 years down the line, and some of them are seeing uh, the lights are super shiny. I forgot what it's called because I am brain dead right now. There it is. Thank you. Good morning, TikTok or YouTube. Sorry, I didn't mean to misclassify you guys. That is on me. Oh, why'd the music turn off? Listen to some Japanese smooth jazz. Sheesh. Yeah, Philo. I asked around and people were like, nah. Oh, let me take my this thing off my head before somebody catches me and takes a picture. Yeah, that's why I'm just gonna wear glasses for the rest of my life. I'm a fucking nerd, so it only makes sense. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to connect you. Okay, we're good to go. Live on YouTube, not on TikTok. I'm so tired of getting on there and people being like, we can't see your screen. Yes, I know. All right. Plus, I just keep getting banned. I'm really sick of that. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Mm, 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 mm. Alrighty. Let me turn the music down here a little bit, even though it's a vibe. Almost. Yeah, my boy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm stimming on this song right now, so you might hear it twice today. Bless you. What does that mean? Oh, I was like, damn. Hold on one second. Live on. All right. So, as you guys can see very clearly, I am sure there is no crazy change overnight, which you could say that's bad since we bounced, right? We bounced and didn't grab anything. And so when we gap up, we haven't grabbed anything. And so it's going to be reliant on what? Momentum and just price action, or we have to have some sort of catalyst. I don't think yeah, we have, oh God, fucking, huh? Yeah, I know. Well, I'm gonna scrub it today. I'm gonna like get the big brush and scrub the front porch. Sorry. Um, Peyton doesn't care what I'm doing, dude. She's gonna tell me what chores I gotta do. Shit. Um, she's like, the trash has gotta get out, son. She's like, hire somebody. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first started getting cash, I was like, dude. I've relieved myself. I've been relieved of all of my duties. No, that's not true. You still got to do the thing, man. Um, by the way, shout out to Chad again. I got my Secret Santa shit, and it was really cool. And I got a compound. He got me a bow, and yeah, dude, he got me a real compound bow. I don't think I've ever actually shot one before. Um, that might end up happening, but dude, I was like, oh, I'll just shoot it at a box in my garage. That shit went through the box into another box that holds a dishwasher. It was in the dishwasher, dude. I was like, ooh. Whoops. All right. Yeah, it is, dude. The things are sick though. I am going to be as soon as I get back from my appointment, I'm going to be shooting arrows. It's sick. All right. Anyway, sorry. Focus. Nah, it's just Indians, dude. Cowboys are dead. I already got them. No, just kidding. Yeah, game's over. All right. So 24-hour candle, nothing. But if we and you know, if you, I wouldn't blame you if you're showing up here today and you don't necessarily have a setup on a higher time frame, but you are day trading because you're allowed to do that because you have shown yourself that you can. But this, of course, has the ability to potentially go in gap fill. It is in range. It is holding a very similar level over here to your left. It's not the same as the open, though. The open is different. That would be your first initial target. If you move to the 30-minute, I think that trade plan might end up clearing up just a little bit where you can look for a candle close 617.25 to possibly grab that down, but I don't expect for it to be easy because when is the hardest place to trade? Where is the hardest place to trade? Typically, that's right. And that even means, which I don't think I've ever actually said, that means that even in this tight pocket, right? Fast. I mean, faster than you can fucking get filled. Have you chasing fast. And then pop right back up. And then go nowhere. And that is what makes it so difficult because people will argue with me and be like, well, it's moving. Like, yeah, but where and how? Like, is it just trying to get you in? Because there's a difference, you know? But I mean, if we're looking at this, you know, from just being real, we filled up all the empty space yesterday. We hit the top. I mean, not the top, right? We didn't hit this wall over here, but we did fill up that empty space. So that could be the case. You could be looking for a day trade down if that is what you do. Do you do that? All right. Now, we'll brush over that a little bit more as we get closer to the bell. IWM, it's obviously no real change. However, did not gap up. Did not gap up. Look at the 4-hour, kind of that floor over here that we served as a ceiling, no gap up. Does it change anything? No, right? Because you can have these big wicks, you can have weird dojis, and you can still go up. But because we have just seen two consecutive big days, it wouldn't be a surprise to see this stop doing that. So I don't know how far of a price target you can stretch out to unless Trump fucking sinks this market at 2 o'clock, which hopefully I'm back by then. That being said, I don't really see a huge, like an incredible setup here this morning on IWM. It's a read and react scenario, if anything, right? You've got a 5-minute range underneath you right here. You've got a range, oof, and I really even struggle calling that a range, but I do see rejections off of that 252.87. So you got to make a map off of what this is providing for you. There is a further price target up. This is not quintessential. This isn't clear, super clear, empty space. So it's not like, you know, the cream of the crop. However, if we are able to break back outside or back up above 252.85, I think that becomes a real possibility. All right. And remember, we are heading up. So before you go crazy, remember you are speculating if you're shorting bullish price action. So, good morning. What's up, Dal? All right, now QQQ or SPY, excuse me. And this one has, like everything else, opened up in range. Hasn't lost anything, hasn't really gained anything. I would even today's open. Yeah, it's maybe right there. It actually doesn't look that bad on the 4 hour. What it does look like is you came down, retested the floor that you reclaimed yesterday. But my issue with this chart is that you did fill up all of your empty space. So it is a question of whether or not we're going to, wait for it, pop over 688.10 and push through this chunky little bastard right here at 688.65. 15-minute, right? Probably need a little bit better candle close there. That's what that should look like. 688.62. Looking for a potential break to the upside on the downside slope because there is a pocket of empty space underneath you. And again, remember, I know this sounds pretentious as fuck, but remember your place, right? Remember what you do. I think is probably a better way to word that. What do you do? Are you a day trader trading fast, or are you a swing trader, longer trader? Again, just trying to help be the anchor that keeps people where they're supposed to be. A little reminder. But this one does have a loss of 686.65, and that would feed into that. If you were planning on taking that, probably utilize that right here where you've bounced this morning, your pre-market low could probably be utilized to try to take that into that space. And again, when you do, if you did, there's a gap down there. That is oftentimes where, if we're starting to dump going into Trump talking, might maybe leave a few runners on the board to see if you can get that gap fill. To the upside, not really, again, much of anything on the 15-minute here. But what are we? We are in between where we broke out from and where we need to break out to. And this is where chop often occurs. So no pressure today. No pressure. Maybe individual equities have what we need here this morning. All right. Speaking of, if you have anything you would like for me to take a look at, I'd be happy to do that now as I brush over some of these setups that we are looking at. Let's take a look at XYZ. No change here this morning at all, which means that it is $68 that can be retested. Remember, XYZ will put you through it. And that could be what that looks like. So if we, after a big pop, are unable to break over cost or over that imbalance, you'll need to build in order to create the volume that you need. I want to remind everybody who is new inside of this Discord. I mean, even if you're not inside of the Discord and you're listening on YouTube, one of my homies came over last night quickly, and I'm trying to. He's been a homie for like 12 years, man. And he's he's just busy. He's always had a night job or something like that, and so I haven't really been able to teach him, but he's obviously somebody who's oh, 2 seconds. Hold on. I'll be Okay, sorry about that. Write down your questions is what I told him. I said, if you, and obviously he has my number, so I was like, dude, if you have any questions or anything comes up, do not sit in a moment of confusion or do not sit in an area and feel like you're lost when you have a compass in your right pocket. So I'm here. Just a reminder for those of you who are new. So I could just be talking right now and I say a sentence and you're like, yo, what the fuck was that? Write it down. Oh, espresso tonics are so good. All right, real quick, let's move through a few more of these. Lulu, right, did gap down. It is underneath that sell level. You could look for a quick retest, possibly back up, but I do want to remind you guys that the punch down is starting. We talked about the potential of that happening. This has a box in front of it. So you're probably going to need an extra week if you're trying to short this down to 191. Okay. There's a target imbalance at 195.50, but we could be looking at and it's not triggered yet, but we could be looking at a punch down under 210.50, gap fill. Target would be 203. I cannot guarantee that we do not reverse off of 203.80, but I would be anticipating a punch down, seeing that we popped up, failed. We need that buying power that lies below us. So JMIA has held strong overnight. Nothing really changing. Looking to see whether or not this one breaks. If it does lose its pre-market low and you've taken it, you can always get back in. You can trade it down or just hold if you have a good expiration. And that's really about it. Celsius, talked about this one yesterday. Today we've kind of just, I guess, really, yeah, I guess we did kind of reach up and tap a new high, which I don't know if that's my favorite here in the pre-market area. So I guess we could say, well, I don't know if I really feel good about that because the candle closes are here. So, I mean, you could actually open up, tap, and then push off. So I think this morning, I mean, with a box underneath you, structure underneath you, don't lose 47, don't lose 48. Both of those are equally 47.78. Sorry. There's empty space. If you do, it's not the end of the world. We would be looking for a retest off of that $47 mark. Pinterest, it's sitting and it's waiting, and I still feel the exact same way about it. I put an extra $1,000 into it yesterday. I, yeah, yeah, kind of. It's just one of those. It is my setup. It is my strategy. It has not triggered, but with that sort of like news and the empty space up above you, I kind of want to be in position. I got a good expiration, so you know if things went sideways, I'd probably take a small loss and be able to skedaddle out of there. All right, let's see what you guys got here. To the yeah, so funny you should ask. I added to the shorter expiration strike. All right, Mr. Nosy Pants. No, I'm just kidding. Pinterest. Yeah, I didn't. January 20. Yeah, I did say it out loud. But look at this guy walking in like your dad. He's like, "Pay attention, son." January 23rd, $30 call is what I added to. That's funny. Yeah. Oh. Mm-hmm. It dropped in value. Damn. Like your spot. You know what's dope though is you guys can. I don't even have to explain myself. You already. You got the. Yep. Held the box underneath and just staying in a. Boy, that shit look doozy. Dude. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, this shit is like cooking chicken in a fucking in tinfoil, dude. It's gonna be juicy. It's fucking just sitting in it, just baking at 350 degrees. All the flavor staying inside the tinfoil. Gonna open it up in about. He doesn't know what to say with my metaphor. Me neither, dude. I just made that. I just heard this speechless. He's like, No! That's actually crazy. That's actually legitimately. Let's see, 670, 6680. Oh, dude, great job. Great job, Fish. You have plenty of space. You could allow a 6725 retest underneath you. That actually was a solid move and great entry. You should be proud of yourself. I really want to see something like this, even if it means. But that's what I want to see out of XYZ. SMR? Are you already in this? Are you looking to get in? Not in yet? Okay. Let me go see something really quick. One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two, three. One, two. Hmm. You don't really have like a repeatable pattern, but maybe in here, one, two, one, two, three. Anytime I see three consecutive bars like that and you've reclaimed something significant, I mean, because you are moving to the center mass, I want to see how you respond. Typically, I expect seeing something like this to start a small, just as fast as you moved up, you'll whip down to bounce off and retest that floor. Uh, but yeah, you are nearing that point. I would really look right here on the hourly 2084. Let that fill up its empty space. Jesus Christ. Um, yeah, let that fill up its empty space, which I obviously we can see the potential behind that. And then from there, yeah, we want to see if that has the ability to break that and hold it. All right, let's see here. SMCI up. That one's been kind of silent, hasn't it? I haven't really heard or I was just wondering where the hell that went. Hold on a second. Mm. Um, so what weekly is, and what are you looking up? Well, not with that weekly candle, brother. I would say 3168 is a weekly candle open. That wick is coming off of the structure up above you. I would say that you could even, I mean, calculate that there's floors underneath you that you could still go hit around 2778. On the 24-hour, you have a gap down at the bottom floor. And so in order for you to go up, you'd have to avoid that gap fill and engulf yesterday's candle closing flat up against or over or outside 3190. And then at that point, we don't really have excellent punchbacks or boxes up above us, but I do see empty space up to that $34 floor. It's going. It's going. Empty space, candles outside of the box. You're looking for the imbalance. 134.89. It's good, especially people and everything. Today is not Tuesday, right? Or no, it is Tuesday. Yeah. Huh? He said, said Mija, dude. He's giving you the feminine version, dude. My Joe? He said my Joe. Even I know that's not pronounced like it. Thought you. I don't know. Somewhere in history, that sentence was healing for for somebody. That's right, white boys. Get back to where I'm scared. All right. Anyway, let's see here. ZTS got that one, and silver up. Wild. I mean, you've been banned, dude. Ivy did it, dude. I don't have anything to do with that. Dude, sometimes people on TikTok will be like, I got kicked out of your Discord. And I'll just send them like a shrugging meme because I'm like, I don't know. Like, I didn't do it. You must have done something. I don't even blame it on Ivy. That's what she does. She's the judge, jury, and executioner in here, dude. Sometimes I get scared. We're just looking for the break over 72. I mean, I can't. Anybody tells you anything other than that, I mean, it's just you're looking for a break over the highs. You can look at the 30-minute here and see if there's a box. There's not. Now, typically, when there's just a flat top, you have to have the juice so you can blow past that price. Otherwise, it serves as a rejection point. And if you were to reject this, you don't have a lot of underneath you other than the 70-50. But I mean, yeah, absolutely nutty, though. It's funny that all these metals go up, and then we're like, oh, now war. It's just like, I wonder if people are gonna pile in even more. To keep the I'm not mad that this song came up back on again. Are you mad? Weeble. I actually don't hate this one up to 970. It's not necessarily like the cream of the crop, but yeah, it is. I'm looking for a 24-hour candle open or close outside of 880, preferably closer to $9 so we can start making a move up to 1031. So bow, bow, bow. Yeah, PDD gapped up a little bit, touched that 120 mark. Today is going to be trying to stay above 119.50, and I see a target of 121 that needs to go and break so that PDD can. But the goal for any Chinese stock is just to hold what you got. I mean, straight up, because it's overnight price action that usually gets you going. What's it doing? Engine's starting to break a little bit. He said, "You tell me." I mean, you got the rotations to break. If fucker's gonna go here soon. 196 up or fucking 184 down. You guys want to listen to some West African music? I do. Damn! I mean, it does not get easier than this. It doesn't. It's just, even though this is hot dog doo-doo water, it is perfectly clear that it is basically $30 or $29.90. That we are required either to break it, which typically 24-hour breaks are made by candle closes or gaps. So what do we see on a lower time frame that could potentially back that up, right? Or give us some insight onto as to where this could hold. So first off, we did reject that top. So now we have to find what's below us. We can look over to our left and look at the box that has the same price range that we have currently. That held $29. That is what we are holding. If $29 was lost, it would be only here at 29 flat that I would be looking for a secondary bounce. That is 50% of the green candle. That is your imbalance. If you're going to bounce, you're going to flush down. and you're going to immediately bounce right back up. Build and then fill. Probably rejecting and building in here. Uh you want to build and show that buyers are holding that price because you got a big move up ahead of you, right? And with any big move, whether that's up or down, there's consolidation that comes first. So that's what I see, Carla. Might be a little choppy. That's if we're bullish, obviously. Dude, I gave up on this the minute that it gapped up there. I was gonna trade this one. I had a plan. I thought I was smart, and then it gapped up, and now, no. The only way that this would look good for me is if it did punch down and then kind of curl back up. Looks like a butt. Like that. Damn, that looked way better than I thought it was gonna look. Something like that. But that, because typically if you don't have the juice to get up, you're going to pull back down, but you're going to move back down to, gap fills typically provide volume. So I would assume that much. Upside or downside? Or the gap fill? If you're day trading? Yeah, a day trade. I mean, I don't know how much. It's a $3 move, so I mean it's a decent, or $4 move, so it's a decent little move down there. The only reason I would say no is because I'm not trading PLTR. I already cast it off in my mind. You know what I mean? My plan, and maybe this is just because I'm being a little moody bastard, but I wanted to take it above 190 or 171 up into the imbalance. It already did that. So now that it's hanging out at the imbalance, you could trade it up and you could look for the 177s over the wick at 175.85, or to your point, yes, you could look for a breakdown on a lower time frame to go fill that gap underneath you. So I would say right now it looks a little more bullish. Basically your candle close, which this is actually, it's so cool how like the higher time frame you can actually find these levels. But like I would look for a bounce off of 174.62 today. It would literally look like this. That candle would go red, wick, and then it would start going green as it climbs up to that 177. So if that's something you can wrap your plan around, then do it. This is what I expect DKNG to do when it doesn't have the news. It's doing what it needs to do, but it's not doing it prettily. It gapped. I mean, I guess, no, it didn't gap down. It just stayed in range. Your pre-market low here is 36.23. If that's lost, I would be looking at a retest at 36.02 first. Iren uppies. I'd like to see DKNG come out with or have some sort of catalyst. You're sick as hell. Why? Yeah, that happened, didn't it? It's all right. Peppermint. I just can't keep you, baby. Peppermint. All right. So, I mean, we are above where you need to be. That candle here this morning is hanging out right on top of it. So the target today should be a $51 target if we can break over yesterday's high. Very simple. Lower time frame supports this notion. Does kind of lower the target down here to 49.63. So which direction on arm, my boy? Wow. I don't know. You're not going to hear me say that a lot, but that In the near immediate, okay, so the 4 hour makes a lot more sense, but the 24 hour does not. That makes no sense at all. At least the price action that we have. Okay, so you had a punchback, cost basis, gap up, reach up, touch empty, fill empty space. So this is, resilience, I guess, in some sense of the word, but you kind of gapped up, so there is a potential gap fill back down. Anything on the hourly, 30-minute, you got empty space there as well. But where's your floor? Here. 118.73. So if you can get that today, and that could serve as a rejection point, and that would have you looking nah. But yeah, that would be the first lower time frame target. You need to get up into here and start building. I don't really see this happening today unless we can, I mean, you'd have to squeeze, but this definitely has the prerequisite for chop. Build. Oh, just here to go. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, crazy, dude. Meow. Oh, that is easy as fucking cake, dude. Right here. Look at the previous resistance overhead. You built your cost bases around it. Now it's serving as one. You held the floor. It did dip a little bit lower, so that could be what you need to get up and over that. But that is it. I mean, your reaction to that wasn't necessarily what you want to see. So you're looking for a 50-50 break up to the upside. I'll give you that. It does look good. Yeah, it does look good. I mean, the first immediate play is, and I'd be using a 4 hour here because it has a even floor of 97 to 80. Wait, yeah, sorry. Wait, da. Today is Tuesday. Yeah. Makada. What the fuck? So that is what hmm. Having trouble with this one. There it is. Found you. Damn, you're so fucking uneven. There's only three candles there. So A, you gapped up, you got the floor. The center mass, 57. Where does that relate to the 24-hour time frame? I guess you're there. This is tougher analysis for me. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. It's tougher because it starts structured, then never finishes it. So what I'm gonna do instead of struggling on this, I'm gonna go down to the lower time frames because all of these things are true. The lower time frame makes up the higher time frame. So if I can solve the 4 hour, I should be able to solve this problem. So it looks like a floor up above us and the most, yep, right there. You've already touched it. That's 57. That's what you need to go and reclaim. Upon that reclamation, 5950 would be the first target overhead to go and trigger. 4 minutes. Thanks, Alex. Thanks for the. That's just so awesome. And I got the. Fuck that. And I got the. So I mean, looking at the 24-hour, the empty space gives you clearance up to 160. That would be the first overall target. Clearly, with today's gap down, this gives you the space to start potentially building, but this is where it falls apart for me. So you got to lean on what is above and what is below. And these are the only, oof, yeah, those are far away too. Okay, 146.63. So yeah, you're gonna be relying on that and to try to get up into that. I mean, you have the space to do it, but this one doesn't move like your average stock. It looks good for what it does. I'll be right back. Hold on. Everybody be ready. Listen, do what you not to need do what you need to do. Whatever that may be, or however you feel about it. Make sure you're doing what you need to do today. That means get out, that means get in, whatever. Do what you need to do. Don't be emotional about it. This is your job. I got probably about 30, 45 minutes with you guys, and then I gotta go get this highfalutin eye optometrist appointment done because I am tired of wearing my contacts keep fucking running out, and I forget that I don't have any left, and then I'm blind as a fucking bat. I got sun damage on my eyes. Oh, this is a jam right here, boy. Banana. We're about to dang dang dang. Mm-hmm. Love that. God, did somebody die, Alex? What was that? Alex, does Ivy ever yell at you? She's be yelling at you about stuff. What kind of stuff does she yell at you for? Always. Break a pre-market low here on or push down at least, not a candle close outside of the pre-market low, but you just went and tapped that. That is also your 5-minute cost basis here, so I'm just narrating for day traders here. Not bad, Celsius. Yeah, new highs on Celsius, folks. If you're still holding that, should be up at least 100%. Also, you should be in the money if you got any of those 48 strikes. Obviously, this one has been one I've been just taking a contract off here and there. Equity doesn't go anywhere. That one goes all the way. Damn. That is fucking awesome, my boy. Jay Mia, holy shit. What the fuck? Yo, we're back, baby. Come on now. Jay Mia. I gotta alert this for Manny. You alright? Did you just stub your toe, my boy? Uh, you mean what date do I have for Pinterest? uh, hold on, you got me in India right now. I am January 30th and January 23rd. Both same strikes. Damn, dude, that's crazy. I'm up 155% on those fucking January 30th calls. The spread is also 15 cents, so none of that is real. It's not real, but it's definitely not Israel. No, Pinterest. Oh, by the way, dude, I got warnings on every single social media app in the last 2 days about comments that I made on Israel. I'm not joking. Now, maybe the one on X. No, I'm talking about Instagram comments that I made a year ago. I have TikTok is pulling my videos down from over a year ago. I all in the same 2 days. Listen, I just want to say this out loud, and it is a joke, but it's also maybe not because I don't really know how this level of life works. I'm happy with life, and I'm gonna stay here. I have no plans on leaving. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. But fuck Israel, regardless. So sorry, sorry, sorry. Oh yeah, we're on you. You know what? Oh, it is. I think NVR or NVO is moving too. Well, dude, mRNA has a nice little empty space right there, buddy. Did anybody take J Mia with me yesterday? I alerted it. I actually did. Jorge, that's funny. Manny is saying that his neighbor is selling his house. What we doing? Peyton, I don't want to move down there. I don't want to. I don't want to. That could be. That would be legendary. Yeah, but man. Yeah, but Manny's gonna fucking knock on my door when he wants a swing trade now. I've never had that happen to me before. Where at in the fence? Dude, my kid's been asking me for Robux or whatever the fuck they're called. Because I let him play on my phone, and there's no voice chat at all, or no chat. Like I turned all that shit off. I actually have cut him off now for like over a month. But they'll be like, "Yo, can you get us some like coins or whatever?" And I'm like, unless you want to hear the entire story of what's happening with Roblox and all this other stuff, I was like, I am not giving them a dime. My daughter finally gave up. Damn. Touched 49 and then got pulled right back down. So watch for a candle pushing underneath 48, 45 on Celsius. I think my next new hobby is shooting bow and arrows. I could feel it. As soon as I shot that arrow into my dishwasher or into the old dishwasher, mm, I no. Damn. Damn. Dude, dude, it's just a primal. I just felt primal, dude. I felt like Legolas. I felt like I was about to guide a bunch of fucking hobbits or Jorge's to fucking Mount Mordor. I'm just sorry. That was crazy. Some jorts. Yo, that's crazy because the hobbits do wear jorts. That's they definitely wear jorts, bro. Jorge was on that game before even the where the damn hobbits were. I'm sorry, dude. Come on, South African Amazon. I think Jamia has Hitman, dude. I was watching the South African like wars that not wars but like dude taxi companies fucking hire like assassins to take each other out. Taxi companies. Like imagine Uber and Lyft getting into gun battles. Crazy. Eyes on IWM if you're looking up. Two bounces off of the floor holding cost basis on the five. Watch that break over pre-market highs to at least at minimum go fill the gap. Or what is 4 o'clock? Yeah, so right up to 252.75 would be your first target right up yonder. If you want to grab hedges on Celsius for the 47, keep it close. Keep your stop loss tight. If you have the time to sit with it, you can try to execute with a stop loss, and it is falling slow motion fast. 48.50. The further you get from that, the better, right? And then we would be looking to try to if you have the right expiration, you don't always have to do that. But yeah, that's okay. Yeah, 2 seconds. Damn, fucking good play on Jamia, dude. Huh? They do. Yeah, they move pretty good. We'll figure that out. What the fuck? feel like I'm trading on the plains right now, dude. What the fuck? Damn, you ever try to breathe in water? That shit's hard. I don't know how to do it. I can't handle it all, dude. It's too much. Rigetti spaghetti? Okay, so that's what rigetti is. Rigetti is a spicy pasta dish with chicken wriggles, whatever the fuck that is, and ridged tube pasta. That sounds fucking weird. Stop loss on Celsius in place and moving farther away from it. Mia's retracing. Sold us a few contracts to a dork or two. Rigatti's looking for a 25.75 break. We said IREN's going down. So you have all that. Did you just get into this? Hopefully you do not have a Jennifer. What expiration do you have? Also, if you guys have a position that's not going well right now and I'm right here and you don't know what to do, do something about it. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, dude. No, oh my god. This poor guy, dude. I'm sorry for scamming you. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I'd be doing that sometimes. Can't help myself. Yeah, but what expiration do you have, Jennifer? Talk to me. Kava's looking good, man. I almost ate at Kava the other day, and I thought it was so funny that the Kava that we pulled up by was completely empty. I mean, there wasn't a single soul there. It just looks like horse food. Kava horse drive through. Yeah, I'm not. Now there is a place in Oregon, in Washington, called Cafe Yum. Oh my God. That is healthy food. Really have. Yeah, dude. I don't know if anybody in here's ever had that. Yeah, it's busting. I will be going back, I think, this year. Up West Coast tour. Lift? Oh my. Oh, good heavens. Well, I'm not in it, so. Yo, but what did it? Yo, all right. This shit makes me feel like a genie sometimes because I'm like, dude, that shit is. We just talked about that engulfment candle, right? Big red down, easy to think it's going to go short, but with this many bounces, man, I'd love to fucking play that shit back up to 22. I'm not a genius. You guys would just need to be around me. That's it. If you were around me, you'd be like, okay, this guy's got faults, serious ones. It's easy to romanticize, but exactly, dude. I thought, oh, I'll just shoot an arrow through a box and it goes through the box into, I mean, and there's a hole in the dishwasher. I was actually more impressed than I wasn't upset. I like sat there with my mouth open. I was like, cool. Then I shot it into a tree and I learned that the trees don't really give arrows back very easily. So I was not trying to shoot it into the tree. But I need to learn how to fit my hands, or like when you put your where the arrow goes through, do you like put your finger on top of the arrow so that it like slide? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Like where your handle, like where you're holding it, do you put your finger over the top of the arrow to hold it in place, or you just set it down on the metal? Compound bow. Oh, I didn't attach that. I just shot it. Okay. Yeah. Yo, really? Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, damn. I didn't know it was like that. I'm about to be I'm about to be an archer, dude. Oh shit, dude. Gotta tell the neighbors to watch out. If you whoever got the A lab, who took that? Philo. Did you, dude, I want you to screenshot that, Ivy, Alex, or somebody, and put that in the place. That is a perfect, picture perfect, and I can review this and tell you everything about why this was a perfect short. And when I say perfect, this is a 10 out of 10. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Maybe when you zoom out here, we're not really making a ton of sense. But that right there, a pop out, listen, I'm serious. Actually, make sure to clip this because this could make for a really good YouTube short, Alex. But this is and I would start the clip from like where I said it's perfect, but like this is a perfect punch down. You have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then finally six times that you have broken out and moved up. Okay, you should go up. That is a long enough period of time to give buyers, everybody, the opportunity and let this, and that is what a break over a sell wall is supposed to do. Release price. You pop up, price comes right back down. It settles and closes on cost basis. What is cost basis supposed to do? Cost basis is supposed to be the volume that provides you, or be the place that provides you with enough volume to retest or return back up to 176. This is the natural order of things. It does not. It does wick off of the floor, which naturally has buyers on it. So you see a couple days, but today's open under cost basis, loss of the floor, and then just the cream of the crop here is the empty space underneath it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaving, return, candle close back underneath where sellers control the price. You can start your short there. You've got a gap right here that inevitably has to get filled. This helps price stay down or push down. You clear your floor, empty space gets filled, and your target has just been hit. This is box to box, and it can be repeated. It's the same thing to the upside, right? So good job on that one, Philo. You deserve that. Exactly. Yep, 100%. Yeah, yeah, that's the beauty of this strategy, is it is up and it's down. Look at IWM. Both of the lines that I pointed out this morning, 250, 150, and fucking 250, 275. And look where you're fucking doing, 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 doing. You can't, dude, sometimes I look at it this way. I'm like, I look at the market. I'm like, you can't trick me. You can't, like, it's almost like a defiance thing. I'm like, you can't, what the fuck? Like, I'm not falling for that. Like, we're not staying, or when it leaves this, okay, we can talk shop about a move, but crazy. What do you guys think of the playlist today? Little, little West African adventure. It's exotic, dude. When my friend introduced me to this album like 10 years ago, I was like, what is it? He was like, just a bunch of dudes with guitars in the desert. I was like, yeah, put that shit on, dude, please. Are we lifting? That's empty space. All the empty space is filled now. I mean, you could definitely start speculating on 22s, but got a break. We can't hear it. What is the name of the album? I'll show you. Sorry, I can't share the music with you guys. It's that guy. He's in the desert with a guitar, dude. That guy's a legend, though, dude. And he, like, the way he plays guitar, it's like just, yeah, just ridiculous talent. I mean, the whole group is ridiculous. I'm young Sheldon trading the markets. Boom, boom. Oh, sorry. No. Yeah. Good job, guys. Yeah. See, some of you guys are mRNA. Yeah, good job. I used to trade FCX. Oh, what is Alcola doing? No shit. I missed it. I missed it. Damn. My alerts did not go off for that. What is it? Target. Ah, yes, it is looking good. Equity on that one is feeling good about that one. I've heard of that guy. Oof, yeah. Ooh, hold on, I'm about to go short on that. Yeah, I'm about to go short on that. Hold on. Give me a second. See how that motherfucker just jumped out at me and I knew exactly what to do? It was a damn near a jump scare. Gotcha. Fucker. I knew you were gonna do that. Alright, you're at the floor now. Yep, right there. So be careful. I just was about to say there's is I want to see this floor loss. I want to see how it responds. But I like that potential punch down if this response is weak. Look at IWM just flashing fucking red and green, red and green. Ugh. Ugh. Sure. Yeah, I'm looking at a target down on snow. The target has to be 222. It's definitely a more of a day trade. I want to see how it responds to the floor here, which it's responding pretty well right now. Yep, because this 15-minute candle has to close, and it looks great though, as long as it can stay under 225.50. Let it retest. Yeah, Qs are going for it. Mm-hmm. That's actually really looks really good. Um, if you can get over 213.85, that's perfect. This is pretty much what we talked about the Qs, but it has not left the range completely yet. Fuck, it's already almost 10 o'clock. Oh, it is 10 o'clock. Fuck. Gotta go. It ripped fast. It's retesting the top of that structure that it just broke out from previously. So if it loses 78.68, possible 76 retest. Yeah, they do work really nicely at all-time highs. Oh shit, Tesla is pulling back heavy. It's about to hit the floor here at 435.50. Someone could look at a bounce play on that one. Damn, they closed that. Weird. All right, month standby with snow. So now we do need a break. 223.85. Take that trade. Nvidia. 1, 2, 3. So this is what we talked about this morning. Again, when we run into areas like this, I want to see how you respond, how price responds too, especially when you're ripping quickly. It is a perfect replica of Qs right now, so obviously that is a guide. Looks like the 30-minute candle closes at 191.85, so just that would be a great start. Looks like you're trying to build on there right now. Yeah, you are. So yeah, that, and then on the 3-minute, it's 192.94 that we could you could that is the lower time frame break. So I gotta head out here for this fucking optometry appointment, man. Sorry, y'all. I don't want to go. That was a main rejection point on SoFi. Yeah, I mean, dude, is that not exactly what that is what you got to be prepared for when you run? And I'm noticing a lot of like I think INTC did something similar to this where it ripped up really hard and then next day completely reversed. But when you rip up into this that is the importance of either building or going above the resistance. So just wondering where my kids were. I was like, it's quiet here. My kids are at school. That's funny. Or Trump's speech. It's a little fishy. Looks tense. Okay. I'll be back, guys. Fuck. Okay.